The serve is of high importance in the game of tennis. It begins each play in the game and is the only stroke over which the player has total control, as it is initiated from a stationary position. Having a powerful and accurate serve places pressure on the opponent to return the shot, and a well-executed serve can result in immediate points, known as the ace. This player has previously competed at an international level in tennis, and though out of season, the quality of this player is evident in the consistency of the serve, which is an important feature as it shows they have good control. As seen in each of these 4 successful serves, the player shows good consistency in the synchronization of the body movements in all phases of the serve. In preparation, in the backswing, the forward swing, ball impact, and follow through. Good consistency is also evident in the height of the ball toss, which reaches approximately the same peak height in all 4 successful shots. Here we analyse from a front-on and side-on position a successful shot to the corner of the serving box. Beginning with the preparation phase, we can see that the player has set up their feet about shoulder width apart, with the front foot on a slight angle and the back foot parallel to the court. The back foot behind allows for hip rotation through the shot. Moving through the shot, we can see the player begins to push the ball up at the same time, pushing back the swing arm to start preparation. They begin to flex the front knee in order to gain momentum for the leg drive. She continues to follow the ball up with her eyes throughout the shot. Weight is transferred to the front foot and the back leg comes in to join, just as the ball begins to drop. The yellow arrows indicate the substantial knee flexion by the player to begin the leg drive. The green arrow is indicating the extended ball toss arm, which is still following the ball through. The player then begins to extend the legs to gain momentum and go into the air for impact. On the left hand side, we can now see that the player has rotated their trunk round in order to meet the ball. On the right screen, we can see the impact with the ball. The impact has taken place in front of the player while she is off the ground, and the arm is tucked in to increase the speed of rotation, which is seen on the left-hand screen. On the right-hand side, we can also see the forward flexion at the trunk. Continuing to move through the shot, we can see that the racket arm continues to pass the body. As seen on both screens, the left foot, also the front foot, is the first to land in the court and is ahead of the baseline. Here from a front view, we will compare and highlight differences between a successful shot and a shot to the net. Going through the video, you could see that they appear very similar. From this angle, one of the noted features that was different between the 2 shots was the knee flexion. On the left-hand screen, you can see that the knee flexion is greater, as shown by the difference between the horizontal lines. The second point to note is that the racket arm on the left-hand side is more extended at the elbow in comparison to the net shot, where there is still evident flexion at impact. The difference in the extension and flexion of the elbow could have attributed to the height of contact with the ball in the racket. In the successful shot on the left-hand side, we can see that the player makes contact at a greater height, and as a result clears the net, unlike the shot on the right. Lastly, in this shot, we can see that the racket arm passes the body more on the left-hand side and finishes further round, showing a greater follow-through in the shot. Now we will highlight and compare some differences from a side-on view between a successful and net shot. In this view, we can first of all see a difference in the height of the ball toss, as indicated by the green circles. Though difficult to accurately place the point of contact, at the point of contact with the ball, the player appears to have more forward momentum as they are further across the line and make contact further into the court, as indicated by the green line. At the point of contact, there also appears to be more flexion in the sagittal plane at the trunk in relation to the hip in the left-hand side, showing more forward momentum through the ball. In the follow-through phase, we can also see how much further forward the foot lands on the left-hand side in the successful shot. And again on the left-hand side, we can see that the racket moves across the body more. Here is another comparison of a successful versus unsuccessful serve, where the serve on the right went wide of the service box. If we go back, we can see the main difference evident here again is the height at the point of contact with the ball. Where the point of contact in the serve on the left is higher than that on the right. From a closer position, we can see more clearly the rotation about the shoulders and trunk in these successful serves. At the beginning of this forward swing phase, on the left-hand side, we can see that the trunk is perpendicular to the court, and on the right you can see that there is shoulder tilt with the racket shoulder dropped lower in preparation for the shoulder over shoulder cartwheel action. The player continues to extend the back and then brings the back shoulder round and now higher over the front shoulder, while at the same time rotating the trunk around the vertical axis to now face almost parallel with the court at the point of impact. In the final stages, the shoulder rotates internally to assist in pronation of the forearm. On the right-hand screen, we can also see the flexion at the wrist. The main differences and critical features analysed in this cross-court tennis shot were very subtle and not clear at first glance due to the apparent similarity in each shot. In order to gain more insight into where the differences occur which result in successful and unsuccessful serves, more video analysis is needed with better video quality to gain exact contact points and finer motions such as forearm movements. In conclusion, however, from this analysis we can see that the height of contact with the ball is of importance for this player.